Yes, on the revenue and EBITDA front, clearly it's a big beat as compared to street expectations, and margins have come in line with what we were working with at about 16.9%. But the key highlight for the quarter gone by is the debt figure, which has come down substantially. Remember, the net debt figure stood at about 80,000 crore rupees at the end of previous quarter, which has come down to 53,000 crore rupees. That's a massive reduction, and this, remember, is on the back of JFE Steel joint venture that the company did in the quarter gone by. That's the Bhushan Steel and Power stake sale, the slump sale that the company did in January, and that is the reason deleveraging has happened in the quarter gone by. Let's also talk about management guidance, and management is hinting at a steady numbers as far as sales is concerned in FY27. So we are not expecting massive growth, at least when it comes to sales volumes in the coming year. Meanwhile, as far as other parameters are concerned, India adjusted EBITDA per ton in the fourth quarter has seen a massive increase of 40% on a year-on-year basis. This is on account of higher steel prices in the quarter gone by. Capex guidance for FY27 is in the range of 22,000 crore rupees versus just 15,600 crores of Capex that the company has done in FY26. Debt has come down, net debt to EBITDA and all the other deleveraging ratios have also improved because of the slump sale that the company did in the fourth quarter. But all in all, JSW Steel clearly has come in line with street expectations. Revenue is a beat, but the guidance for FY27 is a little muted.